Hey, is this the owner of 121? I'm gonna butcher this name. Jeremy Lane.
Jeremy Lane, that would be me.
Did pretty good. You had entered this on my website saying you wanted to sell me that property. Is that correct?
Yes, we are interested in selling the house.
Awesome. How much you looking to get for it?
I'm looking to see if I can get between 90 and 100.
Alrighty. Are you currently occupying the property?
Yep, I currently occupy it, but we are moving out of state.
Gotcha. Where are you moving to?
Florida.
Oh man, I got all kinds of deals down in Florida. Maybe I can sell you a house.
We
What's that?
I said we will be looking. My husband just accepted a job offer.
What city?
It's the Hillsborough Police Department, so it's around Tampa.
Around Tampa. You know what? We just sold the property in Bradenton, which is south of Tampa. I don't know if we have any more in that neck of the woods. That's a Florida's a big old state, you know.
Yeah.
But going back to this property, so is it 2,079 square feet? Is that correct?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna have to broaden my range here. You got a bunch of smaller houses around you.
Yeah. This house, if you're looking at it on a like the downside from like a satellite image,
Uh huh.
its yard is this house, and there's this detached. It's a bar right now, but it's a detached space or a detached building.
Gotcha. So I'm looking at it from the satellite image now. So the building right there off of Bayou, is that what is that?
The building off of the bayou is actually going to be torn down. It's only about three-quarters of it is left standing from Ida. Some new people just bought that property within the last year, and they told me they're tearing it down. It's nothing, actually. It used to be, if you look at the metal building at the very, very front of the street on the opposite side of the street, and then the next street, the building in front of there, those are boat companies that were owned by two brothers, and that building in the middle is where they did their boat repairs.
Gotcha. Where where is your house? If I'm okay, so the big metal building right off of Bayou, that's getting torn down. And then how far down Cherami Lane are you?
I am the first house on the left-hand side. I'm literally the house behind the big gray metal building, or down the street from it.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Let's drop my little guy right there. So you've got the brown roof?
Yep, I've got brown roof, brown shutters, blue door.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see what we can find here on some value. So does the house need any work to it, or is it in just really good condition?
We are finishing up the work in it that needs to be done. That was basically left over from the hurricane, which is we have ceiling tiles left to put up. They're already bought. We've already got somebody come and put them in.
There you go. So as I'm looking things up here, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you come up with the price of 90 to 100?
Oh, easy. I inherited this house. unfortunately, my mother had to take out a mortgage for her medical bills right before she passed away. The balance on that mortgage is $70,000, and I need 30 for a down payment. I know that the house is worth about 150 to 160.
Okay. I like what you're throwing down. The 150 to 160. Where, because I'm struggling to, like, I've got other properties that are less. I've got some properties that are more, but then they're zoned commercial. Where are you getting it could be worth 150, 160?
My mom got it appraised right before she passed away, which was about a year and a half ago.
Gotcha.
So I'm going off of that appraisal. And I know that property values, at least selling price, has gone up here since Hurricane Ida because about 25% of the houses didn't survive the storm and aren't here anymore.
Right. Okay. So the house doesn't need any work. And you've got an appraisal for 150. You need 90 to 100 so you can pay off the mortgage, take your 30K, put a down payment on another house. It sounds like this could be something I could do here. You have an actual physical copy of that appraisal?
I do have it. I will have to locate it. It might take me a day or two to get it to you, but I definitely have it.
No, that.
And those are boxed up because we are actively packing to move, but I can get it for you.
Gotcha. Let me look at one other thing here. When are you moving? Sounds like you're actively, is it when you sell the house or do you guys got to get out before then?
My husband is, we are literally leaving for Florida tomorrow to go set my husband up in a extended stay hotel. And then my daughter and I will be here for the rest of the finishing work on the house. And then we were going to put a for sale sign out front and see what happened and see how long we would end up here. And then I found your website and I just put the information in to see what you'd say.
Gotcha. Okay. So how about this? Because I'm glad you finally answered the phone because I think I can help you out here. Because I don't like. I mean, I know you got to do what you got to do, but I don't like, family being separated just so you can sell a house. I think I could sell your house a lot faster than you could. So here's the situation. You're kind of in for me, I buy all across the country, right? But you're in kind of a weird location. And it's not something that I want to keep long term. Because it's just a matter of time before it gets blown up by a hurricane.
I was about to say, you can say hurricane, then you can. That's why we're leaving.
Right. I mean, so
leaving because the insurance rates went up. That's why we're leaving. So
I got you. So here's what I can do though. It's called wholesaling. So are you familiar with that term? Okay, so I sell the contract to other investors. So essentially, I tell you, hey, you need 90 to 100. I say, okay, let's do 95. I go find other investors where I've got a network just in your neck of the woods, in your parish. I've got 1,862 investors. So instead of you putting a for sale by owner sign in the front yard and you staying there and you trying to finish work and all of that, my suggestion would be like, hey, honestly, I don't really need you to, like, what did you say you were going to do? You're going to put some ceiling tiles up or something like that?
Ceiling tiles, and we have one bedroom that the carpet is here. It's just not laid. That's because we just changed the subfloor.
Gotcha. So realistically, like, you could just leave it the way it is and just not worry about that, because that doesn't move the needle for us one way or another.
Okay.
And then take your husband out there, get him set up. Realistically, as long as I had a way to be able to enter the property with like a lot box, I could probably get your property sold in the next 10 days to an investor, and you get your money. And say, like in this case, you say 95. I send it out to them for like 100,000. So they pay me the 5,000, and you get your 95. They pay off the mortgage, and then you've got your money, and you're done. Now, here's the difference. I do this all day, every day. Just majority of the time, I don't tell homeowners. I just tell them, hey, how much do you want for your house? They say 90,000. I say, okay, I'll buy your house for 90,000. And then I wholesale it. I'm just telling you to be transparent because it's your situation. Like, realistically, I don't need you to stay there if you want to stay with your husband. Outside of the fact, if we just can't move the property for whatever reason, we're going to find out what the reason is, because the buyers are going to tell us. They're going to come and they're going to say it's overpriced or the condition isn't right or whatever. But realistically, I'm going to be able to figure that out pretty quickly and communicate that with you. So I'm just trying to be as transparent and offer, hey, this is what we could do for you. And we're probably the best suited to do this for you, and just kind of take care of you as quickly as possible.
Okay. Well, that definitely sounds good to me. I am going to have to run it by my husband. I did tell him that I had sent it because I got your voicemail and I tried to call you back, I think, at some point last week. So my phone, for whatever reason, just gives me voicemails like a few days later. So I didn't know who you were at first. And
I got you.
I tried to call you back, but we couldn't connect. But now I got, what is your name again?
My name is RJ Bates.
Okay.
What's your name? Is it, hold on, but let me try. Is it CG?
That's it.
I'm 2 for 2 on this call. Hey, every time I left you a voicemail, I was like, I always want to start off with saying the person's name. And I was like, well, not sure how to pronounce that. And then I go to your street name and I'm like, don't know how to pronounce that. All right, we're just going to go with the city. So that's why all my voicemails said about your property there in Golden Meadow. So, all right. Dustin, I've got this under Dustin's name. Is that you? That's your husband?
No, my husband's name is Christopher.
Christopher. Okay. This must be bad information on PropStream. I will have to load that up somewhere else. But okay, if your husband wants to talk to me, we can also jump on a call together where I can explain the process. But like I said, this could be a pretty smooth process with the amount of buyers that we have in that area. And just the thing about this is the system that I use gives buyers like a buyer score. So I know about their frequency in which they're doing deals there. Looks like we have quite a few people that are looking for deals there. And in your case, you're getting what you need, and it allows us to kind of navigate those conversations about why this is a deal that they would want to get. And I could pretty much, with that appraisal and just taking a look at your neighborhood there, I think this is something that we could get off your hands pretty quickly. So just let me know if he wants to jump on a call. And did you say you guys are leaving tomorrow?
Yes, we are actually leaving tomorrow and going to Florida. My husband's actually at work right now at his police job here for his last day. So when he comes back, I'm going to talk to him. We're going to Florida to set him up tomorrow, and then we're going to be staying there for the weekend, and I'll be back here on Monday.
Gotcha. So if you could get me, like, if he says, yeah, let's do this, we could get the process started while you're out of town. You could, the things that I would need, so this would be the process. You guys would sign a contract. I need that appraisal. I know you said you need to find it, but if you can't find it, I can navigate around that, because the mortgage itself kind of proves that the bank already said that the house is worth more. So as investors, we already kind of understand that. And then I have pictures of, no, I only have pictures of the exterior. I would need like some pictures of the interior, and then I can immediately start the process and potentially even get it sold before you even come back. So, and then we could open up title and get it closed as quickly as possible. So that's just kind of the timeline there, if you want to run that by your husband as well. So I know you guys are going out of town this weekend, but realistically, sign contract, some way to access the property, and pictures. And we might be able to get it done before you even get back in town. So
that sounds good, because I took pictures of everything as we renovated after the storm. I have pictures of the new kitchen. I have pictures of all the stuff.
Beautiful. So yeah, I mean, we could literally just send you a G Drive link. You could drop them in there, or you could just email them or text them over to us. And then, yeah, if y'all have like a lot box, or if you could run by a hardware store, excuse me, and just put it like on the back door or something like that. So if I get a buyer, we verify, hey, who are you? Okay, we see you. You're a good cash buyer. Have them go through and walk through the property if you're okay with that. Because that's almost everybody's criteria, is they want to at least do one walkthrough, just make sure it's not falling down, and then normally they're good to move. So that's what we need to do. So yeah, talk to him. Can I give you my cell phone number? Actually, I'm just gonna text you from my cell phone number. So if you call me back, you know, we can get this moving quickly.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Look forward to hearing back from you, okay?
All right. You have a great day, and I'm going to talk to him when he gets home. I might not get back to you until we're on the road tomorrow, but I will get back to you as soon as possible.
Okay, sounds good. Bye-bye.